All right, so welcome to another 902 gaming video, and it's been a while since I've actually had a video put up, but I'm going to try to get back into it. I was going to do my deck from F&M. Unfortunately, the deck was kind of bad, so I don't really want to encourage anybody to play it. What I wanted to play was actually I was digging around, and I found this deck here. Which is essentially just a repair and recharge deck. Now, normally you see a deck like this and it has Invoke Justice. It maybe plays a few more Might and Weak Stones. I played a version of this deck before, but what this deck does actually has different is the Brilliant Restoration. So it returns everything from your graveyard, all artifacts and all enchantments from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now, I've played a deck with this card before, which basically just used a bunch of the channel creatures and stuff that were enchantments that just went to your graveyard, and then you just pop them all back out with this. But this one actually kind of goes better with playing with the Multiverse, Cityscape Leveler, and Portal to Phyrexia. So we have this to be able to run everything. We have Fable of the Mirror Breaker to discard. We have the Elder Dragon War to discard. We have Restoration to discard. Bitter Reunion, Faithful Man. There's a lot of draw and discard in this deck as well, and a bunch of sweepers. So we basically get one of these cards out. Either one with the Multiverse Cityscape Leveler, which I'm still not a fan of. But we're going to try it out anyway. And of course, the big one, that one of my favorite cards printed in a while, is Portal to Phyrexia. And I like to be able to cheat it into play. Now, Repair and Recharge returns an artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker from the graveyard to the battlefield. So we also have this instead of the Invoke Justice. It's a bit easier on the mana, so it allows you to play 3 colors, gets you the Thirst for Knowledge, gets you the Faithful Mending, allows you to draw and discard more, and at some point maybe even hard cast the one with the Multiverse. Although that never happens. And we do have a little bit of a ramp with the Might Stone and Weak Stone, although this number can probably go up. And then, of course, we have a Jeskai mana base, which is essentially just all of the dual lands and a few basics. And then we have the sideboard, which I put together myself because the deck that I found this on the MTG Goldfish forums. Didn't have a sideboard. I just kind of threw some stuff in there just to kind of try it out. And we're going to go for match number 1. Now, the thing is, I would actually like to be able to do these on the leaderboard, but not really looking to always play against, like tier 1 decks. Obviously, the tier decks are going to be the ones that are going to be your best option if you want to play on the leaderboard. Like, there's not much point. You can play around a bit. I'm sure there's a bunch of decks similar to just the open play. But I just prefer the open play just because there's always a variety of decks. People are always trying stuff out. There are people for some reason that insist on playing the tier decks at this point, but that's fine. Okay. Well, we got a sweeper and some card draw, so we're going to keep it. Actually, be able to discard the Faithful Mending to the Bitter Reunion is pretty neat, too. Oh, we got another one. Probably want to get this down first. So I think I'm going to we're going to cast the Bitter Reunion here. Of course, they have to make disappear. And this is what I was saying about the people that are playing tier decks on the more of the open side. If you want to play a tier deck, go play on the ladder. But that's fine. Oh, they're playing. Okay. Maybe the draw 2 deck. Just with some Fairy Vandals, I guess. Yeah. Fine. More of a tempo-y style, I guess. They discard. Land. Okay. Well, that's not a good draw. Just cast this from the graveyard. Okay. Really want to make sure we keep our lands and not actually discard them. Unfortunately, Raffine's probably going to end the match very quickly because we don't have any removal besides the depopulate. They're also on the play, and they got to play this out pretty quick. And we're going to scoop it up here. All right. Just because they likely have an Urtai there, so at that point it's game over. So even drawing the depopulate didn't matter. We'll bring in some removal. We will drop the Cityscape Leveler for sure, because I still think that card's garbage. And let's see. Don't think the Restoration's going to help at all, unfortunately. Now they'll probably have something like Unlicensed Hearst or something like that come in from the sideboard, and just to be able to combat, be able to get that back. That's fine. There's not really a whole lot you can do. Okay. It's not a great hand, but I do have some removal and some card draw. I think I'm going to play this first so I can cast the Bitter Reunion if I draw an untapped land. Nope, I didn't anyway. Two-landers are always sketchy to keep on Arena. Just going to say that now. Let's see. Let's go Fable. Get rid of both of those. I don't need them anymore. Okay. Play land. We can play a Bitter Reunion here. We'll discard a Dragon War. Okay. We'll pass. I dislike that. Well, since it doesn't like to order the phases anyway. Kind of terrible there. I should have put my full stops on. That was my mistake. All right, let's go to combat. So we will just pass here. See what they decide to do. Yeah.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show
Pop it. Yep, that's fine. I still have Thirst for Knowledge that I can... I suppose I could have sacrificed my Bitter Reunion there to make a copy, but that's all right. All right, let's cast Thirst for Knowledge here. Well, that's no good. Okay. You can always ramp and then hardcast it, I suppose. So what do I have? Next turn I have 8 mana, right? Okay. Well, that was bad. Not quite what I wanted, but everything is just flash. Okay, that's fine. Crap. Ooh. Now, hopefully, we actually can get a hit. I maybe shouldn't have discarded the Portal to Phyrexia because I could have played it there. Yep. They're likely holding on to some negates over there. I should have sacrificed this again. I keep forgetting that. To actually be able to give the other dragon haste as well. Yeah, I guess we're just passing. Some drawing lands, so. Sure. It could just be Esper control with a few flash creatures, maybe. I'm likely not going to win this matchup. But we'll see. They need to Wrath or something, and then probably their only way to... Yeah. They probably got to at least have an Urtai for sure over there. They constantly leave 4 mana up. So there's probably an Urtai over there. So only 7? No. Let's do this. They let it go, hey? Okay. Let's end the turn. They likely now have a negate or some other form of counter magic. Unfortunately, I'm outdrawn here by a large margin, and drew far too many lands at this point. I could be wrong. Yeah, they have this. So yeah, game over. GG's. 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 All right, that was match number 1. Not a very good showing for the deck, but that's what happens when you play against tempo control. So on to match number 2. All right, so more Jeskai artifacts, I guess. This deck probably can have Urza or something in the sideboard. Unfortunately, after the first match there that I played, the opponent was just likely just too many counter spells over there. I'm not fighting through, and graveyard hate. I can't beat that. The deck cannot beat that. So if you're going into F&M or you're playing on Arena or something like that, just know that you're likely just going to lose those matchups. I could have made a mistake, maybe, but I did draw like 4 lands in a row there or something. So it's not the best, but it just happens. Well, unfortunately, with playing against these creature decks, you only have 4 removal spells in the entire deck. So and my deck just wants to draw all the lands today. There are only 25 lands in the deck. So I don't need this anymore. Okay. Great, great. It's just laughable sometimes. It is just laughable sometimes. I could have waited, but at least now I have a blocker, which I definitely will block if I have to. Sweeper or dead? I likely just died of the Tenacious Underdog anyway. Cool beans. I could have drawn 2, I guess, but it's over at that point. So the Fateful Absence comes in, Destroy Evil comes in, Brilliant Restoration goes out. At least in this matchup, I still have, I can still keep my combo in. I don't like that. Maybe keep this in for some extra, maybe put this in for some extra blockers. Elder Dragon War is actually pretty good in this matchup as well. I'm gonna get rid of some of my card, a little bit of my card draw. I can trim there. Oh, these got to come out, and that's it. I think I have to keep those in. I'm gonna get rid of a Destroy Evil. Can I bring in instead of those? Maybe that. Be like this. All right, let's try that. Doesn't give me a lot of targets to repair and recharge, but the restoration can actually bring back the dog as well, so help me loot. Extra blockers. All right. Well, this is better. It's not the best, but I need to actually hit that third land. Okay. Okay. Boyo. Okay. Well, that's how arena goes sometimes. All right. So that was match number 2. That's what happens when you keep a 2-lander. And hope to draw the third land. You never do, even after 4 extra draws. 5, 6 extra draws. So that's just how that goes. So all right, this is better. It's only good if I'm playing against not control, which it looks like I'm playing against some form of... Oh, soldiers. Okay, well, soldiers is fine. I will discard the Might Stone and Weak Stone here. Okay. Argument can be made to hold this until you have something like this to discard, but I think you have to filter through your deck as fast as possible. Okay. I think we'll go with the Fable. I don't know if the Restoration is actually any good here either. Might not be. Maybe they're playing something else. Maybe they're not playing soldiers. I find it hard to believe that they aren't playing soldiers. Okay. Okay. Sure. Let's make the token. Let's go get planes. Only 1 left in the deck. Wow. Okay. Let's end the turn. Lauren. The Lauren of the Third Path. Oh, okay, no. Just this, the old Sanctify. That's fine. Lifelink. Oh, Vigilance. Vigilance is okay too. Well, I got nothing, so... You can't cast ability to activate creatures or lands. Okay. I can, however, do this. Yeah, I think I keep that for my turn. Because it's actually an ability that I can use on my turn. Wow. Okay. If I do this, I don't have the mana for... Okay. So they are Esper. Okay. but not soldiers. I guess this? Oh, I guess this. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, triggers in hand being the next end step. Okay. Sure. I'll have to prevent the damage here, but that's fine. All right, deck, let's go. Alrighty. Nope. I think it's got to be this. Discard the land. Okay. Whole lot of nothing. Let's try a Faithful Mending. It still doesn't give... It gives me a depopulate draw, I guess. There's a repair and recharge finally. But unfortunately, I don't have the mana for it. Yeah. So I can set up the repair and recharge for the portal next turn. It could keep up... If they played the Steel Seraph for 3 mana and then keep up removal. Or keep up like a negate or something. Alright, let's go. Get the portal. Let's play a Fable now. I have to set my stops here. Oops. Just to... so it doesn't pass the end of my turn here. Because I might want to try some shenanigans with Faithful Mending. All right. Well, we actually got there. I don't think there was any reason for them to block at that point, but that's fine. Again, Brilliant Restoration comes out. Cityscape Leveler comes out. The Fateful Absence comes in. Destroy Evil comes in. And I don't really want the negate in this matchup, I don't think. Yeah. I think that's fine. So I didn't see any soldiers or anything, even though they were playing the Fortified Beach. Maybe they were just using it as a dual land. Okay. Good game, I guess. Well, that was match number 3. We'll go on for the next one. And then I'll do a wrap up for the deck and stuff like that. Final match with this deck. I don't think this deck can be played without playing 4 of the Brotherhood's End main deck. I just think you randomly lose to creature decks far too easily. And I think it may even require 8 sweepers in the deck. Double repair and recharge. Okay, soldiers.
I need soldiers. I don't need anybody else but soldiers.
I think a few more, maybe a few more spot removal as well. So they're playing the red-white version. Okay, well, I'm going to draw lands. Oh, no. That was dumb. Oh, boy. Well. That was a huge mistake. Yep. Cool. Well, let's see if it would have mattered. Because now I would have had the... sweeper if I actually draw it. Would have been able to cast it this turn, but I made a mistake. Well, you can't fix mistakes. No, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Cool. Might as well just draw all my lands. It was a mistake, though. I should have been, and then, you know, potentially could be another 2 cards deeper here. 7, 11. I'm at 1. Deep pop or nothing? Probably a land. Yeah, I should have actually drawn some cards just to see if I would have actually got there or not, but okay, so we're out and out, and then we're in and in, and probably destroy evil. So essentially, boy, well, I can have a turn 5 with this if I discard this. Question is that actually going to help me win the game? Could also just cast this for the 2 damage side as well, depending on what they play this turn. Yep. Which, if they play another one, I'm definitely going to do that. I want to make sure they don't overcommit here, so I guess they're overcommitting anyway. This takes care of the first volley of creatures. So now next turn I'll be able to discard this, and then the following turn repair and recharge to bring it back. If it weren't just downright funny. Oh boy. There's only 25 lands in the deck, and yet I go from drawing a ton to drawing nothing. Well, I guess I've only drawn nothing once. I guess I'll bring this one back. Oh, there's a depopulate. Can draw a card. We have this Iganjo for Myrel. And then be able to put the Siege Veteran back into play. It's possible that I take that one, but we'll just take that. Play another land. Sure. No, my token. That's lucky. Well, I have to depopulate next turn, so... So why did it skip phases there for me? I should have had an opportunity. Probably should have put it on... what do I have in my graveyard? Anything? Play the land. Now I have a Gonjo again for Myrel. I'm definitely going to double block, so you can't really attack. Going to discard the depopulate right now. All right. So having the Elder Dragon War against the Soldiers deck's decent. Well, I guess if they drew nothing. Okay. So now I think I need to go... Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to cut here. Oh, no, wait. That's up. That's down. Done. All right, deck. I have multiple ways to draw cards, so should be able to hit my third land. They didn't see blue, so they're just red-white soldiers. So they probably have Baird in the deck. Okay, deck. That's one draw if you're keeping score. Sure. Oh. Alrighty, deck. That's good. Okay. I do like this for just being able to interact with my opponent and have some cheap blockers against soldiers. Sure. Oops, I almost would have been bad. I would have been very upset if I did that. It's a very good, good matchup against soldiers, obviously, but I think you have to put it on the siege veteran here. Yeah, it's fine. Not blocking. Let's just go like that and see what happens. Okay, I drew a land anyway. Play the land. Go to combat. Treasure. And we just depop here. I'm going to discard the Fateful Absence here. Okay. I'm going to keep the land. Yeah. Make a copy. Discard. Draw. Okay. I'll have the Bitter Reunion that I can discard. Okay, so they're going to do that. It's fine. Let's do this now in response. Yeesh. I think I'm going to bring back the Fable next turn, maybe. I wish I had something besides the Fable to bring back. But I think I have to at this point. I probably should have made another one, but opponent can scry over there. Yep, that's fine. So against creature decks, the deck's pretty good. Well, there's a Myrel. That's pretty good. GG? Yeah, it's pretty much game over at this point, I think. I could have made a copy of the dragon and smash for 7. Good game. Alright, so that was match number 4. Wrap-up's going to be coming up in 1 second. Okay, so again, like I was saying there, the deck definitely is a one-trick pony, and I don't think Brilliant Restoration really has its merits in the deck. It's pretty sweet to get all these things out all at one time. Get a couple of Portal of Phyrexias out all at once. But I think you would need to go even more hardcore into the, like, I think you would need to have, lots and lots of copies of these cards. And that just kind of leaves you open to aggro decks. I really think the deck would have to be... I don't know if Bitter Reunion is that good. Like, you would really have to go all in on like this for this deck to work, I think. To be able to use, maybe not need as many Might Stone, Weak Stones, maybe just 4 depopulates. And then basically just like hardcore ramp into getting one of these spells. You may not even need 7 of these. You might just have like this, and then you can have the Brotherhood End as well. Oops. I think just 25 lands. Yeah, it's 25 lands. I think it's just something like this is probably where, if you wanted to play a Brilliant Restoration version of this deck, I think that's where you would need to go. You need to hit these cards to discard them to draw the rest of your deck. You don't want to be discarding some of your lands or some of your key spells and stuff like that. I don't even know if you want Brotherhood End. If you're playing 4 depopulate in the main deck, I don't even think you need the Brotherhood End. There's very few cards that interact with depopulate, and Brotherhood End doesn't kill everything. So I think this is where you want to be if you want to go into the Brilliant Restoration version. Aside from that, it's just your typical repair and recharge deck where if you don't hit this, or none of these are in the graveyard, you're losing the match, right? So I even think maybe even potentially like this, so you can actually free cast the Brilliant Restoration. But that's the dilemma of a deck like this, where if you don't draw certain cards in a specific order, if you don't see any of these, which is why I don't think you can go light on them. I don't think Cityscape Leveler is necessary in the deck either. I think you can just go like, and maybe have some more sweepers or something. And basically you just want to land one of these. Or like maybe cast like the 1 copy of this or something. And then you can have, 4 Brotherhood End in the deck. So you got all your sweepers, you got your card draw with Faithful Mending, Thirst for Knowledge, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. You have your Might Stone, Weak Stone to ramp if you can't get the repair and recharge off. And then you can go to the sideboard and basically just, I think what you need to do in the sideboard is have, this was actually pretty good, but the restoration was not great. So without the restoration, the Scrapwork Mutt's not that good. Destroy Evil, Farewell, it's probably still a necessity in the sideboard, but I think because of the mana base, I actually think you can run some Urzas in your sideboard just to have, maybe like an alternate, just kind of like an alternate way to win, so to speak, and maybe something like a Teferi. In case like that, I think it was the second matchup that I played, maybe even the Slow the Sunset, taking Negate out of there. Maybe something like this, where you have some options if your opponent is playing Graveyard Hate. And then you can just ramp to these spells. You can probably, like the Brilliant Restoration and the one with the Multiverse and the Repair Recharge would probably all come out. And then you can bring all your removal, your Urzas and your extra Might Stone and your Teferi back in. And then you're playing that game. You're playing Teferi or just ramping to Portal to Phyrexia. I think that's probably the best way to go with the deck. Yeah, some of the other stuff was kind of middling. It didn't seem very good. But anyways, that's the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one.